Hey comic fans, this is John, host of Video Games in the World. Today's Comic Monday review is DC's The New Frontier by Darwyn Cooke. This is a comic that I learned about a decade ago after watching the animated movie Justice League The New Frontier by Bruce Timm, and it's based on a graphic novel by Darwyn Cooke. When I read the 2 volumes, I was like wowed and totally amazed by such a great story. In many parts, I was amazed and also liked how it took place after World War II and also during the era of McCarthyism, the Cold War, and so on. Let us begin our review. Enjoy! It all begins shortly after the end of World War II. While everything looked okay in America, not all was well for everybody. In those days after the war, racism, sexism, suppression of free speech, and civil rights abuse were the order of the day. At that time, America has entered an era of McCarthyism, which was created by Joseph McCarthy. McCarthyism is an ideology of persecution of those suspicious of un-American activities, mostly suspected of being communists. The Justice Society of America had to retire, and many superheroes were branded as outlaws. Some heroes worked with the government, such as Superman and Wonder Woman. Others worked in the shadows, such as Hourman, Batman, and The Flash. In Knoxville, one man takes a stand against the forces that oppress and terrorize his people. And a pilot with a dream to reach the stars will soon become involved in an event that will bring the superheroes together to fight for the world. I really like how the late Darwyn Cooke brought the Golden Age heroes to modern day readers. Now, I really do not care that the character lineup is mostly white because colors should not matter at all. Colors are not an attitude or a state of mind, they're just colors. But enough of that, folks. What I enjoyed is how Wonder Woman, despite working with the government, she does something even more noble during her mission in Indochina, even if it meant violating protocol. What she did was save a group of women that were encaged like animals by a militia group after witnessing the deaths of their husbands, sons, and daughters, and Wonder Woman gives them a chance for retribution. Sorry, should have warned you about the spoiler alert, but it's alright. John Jones is shown living among the humans and working as a police detective investigating a series of murders caused by a cult that worships an entity called the Center. Batman immediately discovers who he is upon first seeing him and may try to stop him if he's on the wrong side by saying,
"With you, all I need is a penny for a book of matches."
Wow. In the movie, Jeremy Sisto was the Batman. And speaking of Batman, I really like how his suit would change throughout the story and even when we meet Robin. Some of the subplots, such as the vigilante named John Henry, were tragic, but with a good message about standing up against those who wronged you. The vigilante's real name is John Wilson, and his family was killed by the Ku Klux Klan and left him to hang from a tree. However, he will become John Henry, naming himself after the folk hero. He wounded dozens of Klan members and killed 2 of them. But when he was wounded, the last thing he saw was a little white girl and asked for help, but she called the Klan instead. His death was transmitted nationwide, and it shocked a lot of people, including John Jones. His partner would say that John Henry was one hell of a man, and I figure he had to know the price of the stand he took. This is America, not some sugar-coated utopia. Although it started in a time where superheroes were forced to either work for the government or be persecuted by it as outlaws, they had to all join together to fight against the Center. Joining them were heroes such as the Challengers of the Unknown, Green Arrow, and also how becoming Green Lantern was just awesome. The Flash's story was also incredible, and even Iris always knowing who he was. And finally, in conclusion, I really enjoyed the story about how at first they were divided, but then they joined together. The subplots were fantastic, the action, the character development, and more. So many things to love about this graphic novel. I highly recommend you read this. My final score is an A+. Until next time, this is John, host of Video Games in the World. Have a good one. Bye-bye.